Right then, this is a walk around video, and this is for a lovely Honda CR-V. It's a 2.2 Black Edition. It's quite a rare old beast, ironically named Black Edition, as you can see, given the fact that it's white, which is my preferred colour for these cars. They look fantastic. Obviously the white and black theme on the car, body kit. This one's fitted with the side steps as well. And it's a lovely car. It's just one owner from new, full service history, with 64,000 miles on the clock and in very, very, very nice condition. Front of the car, you can see with the colour-coded grille on the front, it just adds an extra sort of visual punch to the car. Front bumper, really clean. Lights and lenses are clear, no cracks or condensation in those. Bonnet, exceptionally clean. Can't see any obvious stone chips on there at all. There will be some. There's going to be microscopic there. Near side, absolutely lovely and smooth in the panel work. No indentations that I can see. Near side front alloy, generally good, just a light bit of curbing right on the outside edge, which near side front is the one that tends to take most of the bashing. Not always, but most of the time. Near side rear alloy, absolutely fantastic. And I always maintain that my favourite angle for these CR-Vs with the kits is from the rear three quarters there. It's just, you know, when you compare it to a standard car, they're subtle, but they really, really do change the whole feel of the vehicle. Bumper corners, again, really clean. Around to the offside, driver's side. Again, beautifully smooth in the panel work. Offside rear alloy, really lovely. And then the remaining panel work is exceptionally clean. Final alloy on this side. This one has a little bit more pickling on right on the outside. I mean, if you wanted, you could do it very easy. You just need to resilver those tiny bits. Anyone could do that, but that's as it stands, and given it's 8 years old, that's how it be sold, but it is in beautiful condition. Coming to the back of the car, enormous boots. We've got levers on the side there just to fold the seats down in one motion. Now, most CR-Vs are incredibly heavily used, so the plastics will be marked, carpets will be soiled, back of the seats there. But this one's been given an incredibly gentle life. Coming to the back now, wide opening rear doors, almost to 90 degrees. Inside the car, it's just the amount of legroom is incredible. I'm 6 foot, and I can, with my driving seat in that position, for me, I can easily sit behind myself with loads of room to spare. And again, CR-Vs are normally used for family use. That means very heavily used in the back, but this one hasn't. It's just been kept beautifully. Coming to the front, again, all very, very clean and tidy. Passenger seat, again, in super condition. Finally, coming on the driver's side, door card again, very clean. Footwell area is absolutely wonderfully clean. The driver's seat itself, again, looks in superb condition. Inside the car now, as I always do, I have the engine running so the dash can be seen illuminated. Dashboard in just perfect condition, absolutely beautiful. Sat nav, you can see working perfectly well there. And up high there, if I pop the car into reverse, get that clear gridded parking camera, all working exactly as it's meant to do. But it is, as I say, in really, really lovely condition. There you go, the dash pinnacle. And as you can see there, the only light showing currently is for low fuel, which came on during the road test, I think, from memory. And if you can see, 64,896 miles. And it is a really, really lovely example. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key are both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 Black Edition. This car's registered GK64HKN and has a mileage currently of 64,891 recorded. The reason for doing our videos, simply just to make sure that people can see the car that we're advertising in operation. That way we can feed back any obvious issues which might show up on a test drive, because we know just how frustrating frustrating it can be to go and see a car which has issues which you would like to have known about beforehand. This is a one-owner car with a lovely history, and I can make this video very short because it drives absolutely beautifully, but I will go through all the usual things. Engine starts instantly and settles to a smooth, even idle. There's no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running at a third, and it's been running for nearly 2 hours because it's just been delivered, and that's exactly where it should be on a Honda vehicle. It is a beautiful diesel engine because unlike so many diesels, it revs smoothly, quietly, but its performance comes from very low revs all the way through its rev range, rather than some way they make you feel like they've got plenty of urge, but then they tend to die away very quickly. These have a broad power band on them, just an absolutely brilliant engine. Cam chain driven, no cam belt changes or anything like that to worry about at all. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox in the car. Clutch in the car is perfect, bike point's exactly where it's meant to be, and it's nice and smooth in operation. Gearbox, as Honda always do, brilliant gear change, so the fuel lights just pop on. Yeah, the gear change is just brilliantly resolved. It's Honda want to make sure that everything you touch as a driver should feel satisfying to use, solid and well engineered, and the gearbox is a classic example of that. It's so much better than its competitors. Short in throw, really sporty in action in the way it operates, and that feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. Steering of the car, again, Honda, because Honda, this CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world. Honda pretty much hit the sweet spot with everything. They know what the customers want. And in this particular case, it tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. But it's got a lovely weighting to it. It makes the car feel very solid and secure on the road. And yet it is very car-like. It's accurate, it's quick, it's precise, and it works beautifully with the chassis. Because the chassis, as you go through the corners, it actually flows really nicely without even pretending for a second it's sporty, because it's not. But what it does, it deals with corners really well. Body control's superb. You're not getting lots of motion, which you get with lots of more softly sprung cars, and yet it still manages to deliver a really comfortable, sophisticated ride. It's a wonderful, wonderful chassis. There's no nasty sort of knocks or clunks coming from underneath the suspension that shouldn't be there. It's all in good order. I'll just go to it. I should have done it on the main road really. I know the brakes are good because I hit them quite hard a second ago, but I will go down the road and give them a bit of a thump. So just hold on to the brakes a second. But yeah, it's a nice solid brake pedal on the car. It's powerful. What I'm looking for in particular is looking for any kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal. There's absolutely nothing at all. It's absolutely spot on. It is, by the way, going for an MOT later today, which is done independently of us, so all these things are going to be checked anyway. Coming inside the car, yet to be cleaned, but it's in absolutely beautiful condition in here, and they are brilliantly made cars. Build quality is sensational, but it's been kept beautifully by its one and only owner. Obviously cherished it. Everything's working. It's a really nice place to sit and drive a car as well, because you've got this fantastic visibility with a relatively low dash line there. Oops, Daisy. I think he'll win that argument, so I'm going to pull on over here. It's just the parking sensors going off, making sure I'm not going to get too close. There we are. Always give way to tractors. But yeah, no, it's just a really, to say visibility is fantastic. These wing mirrors help them almost truck-like in size, so you get a real little sense of confidence driving the vehicle. Everything's working. Sat nav on these models. You've got a dual zone climate control system, which is pumping out absolutely ice cold air. Dash binnacle, simple, legible, nicely presented, as what Honda always tend to do. A nice small diameter steering wheel, which shows virtually zero wear on it as well. All switch gears, got that wonderful Honda quality of actuation as well. This is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V, because not all of them are, but you don't press any buttons, it does it all for you. Basically, it runs in front-wheel drive that pretty much the whole time.
Should it need to go into four-wheel drive, and it senses it through the traction control system of the car, so the front wheels start to lose grip, it seamlessly brings in the rear wheels. It's brilliant. I've used CRVs for years towing a caravan, and it's been a great help in those sort of muddy places. And unlike permanent four-wheel drive systems, which will chew your tyres up, use more fuel and put more mechanical stress to the car, this lack of use on the car is helps in that respect, and we've never touched one in terms of reliability, so they're tough indeed. As I said at the start of the video, it's only brief to show the car operating. It drives absolutely beautifully.